Yeah, so as Jonah was alluding to, there are a lot of negative things in the world. There's a lot of terrible things that are happening all over the world, all the time. There are lots of problems that need to get solved. There's lots of things that are miserable and kind of get you down. But life cannot just be about solving one miserable problem after another. That can't be the only thing. There need to be things that inspire you, that make you glad to wake up in the morning and be part of humanity. That's why we did this. This guy called Tsiolkovsky, one of the early Russian rocket scientists, the great saying, "Earth is the cradle of humanity, but you cannot stay in the cradle forever. It is time to go forth, become a star-faring civilization, be out there among the stars, expand the scope and scale of human consciousness." I find that incredibly exciting. That makes me glad to be alive. I hope you feel the same way.
Now you live in Southern California and Los Angeles, you travel a lot to San Francisco, and you're also interested as a big thought in whether it's possible to travel by what's called a hyperloop. In other words, you go at 800 miles an hour on the ground, essentially, kind of like a train from Los Angeles to San Francisco. I mean, do we suffer from generally a kind of low level of ambition? Should we think bigger than HS2 and think about something like this?
I think so. I mean, for reasons beyond the objective, we'll get there faster, it's like you want to do projects that are inspiring and that make people excited about the future. Life's got to be about more than just solving problems. You want to get up in the morning and say, yes, I'm looking forward to that thing happening. And I guess that was my essential disappointment with the California so-called high-speed rail. It's like I was looking at that, wow, and it's like, well, they've got better things. They did better things in Japan 30 years ago. They've got something way better in China. Why are we doing this and spending so much money on it? And it's going to take 20 years, and by that time we'll be 50 years behind what they've got in Japan. I mean, this just doesn't make sense.
And
that was my reaction.
That was your reaction to what's happening in California. Yeah. We are behind California.
Oh my God, really?
Difficult though, maybe, to imagine. So I mean,
that's brutal. But that's the most unfortunate.
The other big part of Musk's life is with his company SpaceX, which is committed to improving rocket technology and even getting the human race to other planets. Do you see, really, the future must be in space for the human race? Do you really see this? This is not science fiction, this is actually going to be a fact.
Absolutely. I think history fundamentally bifurcates in one of two directions. Either we are a multi-planet species and out there exploring the stars, or we are a single planet species waiting around for some eventual extinction event. It's really that I personally I find more motivating, which is going and setting up a base on Mars would just be the greatest adventure ever.
Not everyone's a fan. Back on Earth, Tesla sued the program Top Gear after it rubbished the Tesla Roadster. Tesla lost. So, what does Musk think about Jeremy Clarkson?
I think, Clarkson's show is much more about entertainment than it is about truth. I think most people realize that, but not everyone. And I've actually enjoyed a lot of his shows, so it's not as though I just hate Top Gear or anything. He can be very funny and irreverent. But he does have a strong bias against electric cars, and he particularly seems to hate American. Like his two pet peeves are American cars and electric cars, and we're an American electric car, so we're in the worst possible situation for someone like Clarkson.
So do you see this as missionary activity? You're over here trying to convert Jeremy Clarkson.
I don't think there'll be any converting of Jeremy Clarkson. Okay. That seems quite unlikely.